Hello, peep. A little bit chilly here. I had to put on my little fleece, whatever you want to call this thing. Anyhow, welcome to a quick, hopefully not too long discussion on WandaVision episode 5. I figure it would be easier to just go live and do a quick 20 to 30 minutes chat instead of shooting a video and loading all that stuff. So, welcome. Hopefully, if you stumble across this video later, you have seen the episode, so I'm not spoiling anything here. Okay, so keep in mind, if you have not seen the episode, do not watch this chat until after. Go watch it, get your mind blown, and then come back and watch this live chat. Okay. Uh, Thank you, Iconic Point. I'm glad you're joining me. I don't expect a lot of people to be in the chat, in this chat, because I think a lot of people have not watched it. It's not, at least it's from my perspective. I don't think this show up until this week has been a huge hit. I have done my best to avoid all reviews. Okay. I barely watch reviews of episode 1, 2, 3, or 4 from other channels. And for the most part, I don't agree with a lot of the reviews because, seem like all the popular YouTubers, um, good point, iconic point. I will talk about that shortly. A lot of YouTubers, popular YouTubers that do a lot of TV reviews, rave about this show, talking about award-winning Grammy this and all kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I can barely watch it up until last week. So I'm not sure what I'm missing, but some people love it, and a lot of people that I know didn't care for it. Thank you, George K. Okay, so for those few that have seen and joined me here, yes. And to your point, iconic point, when the camera was on the top of his head or on the side of his head, I saw the silver hair, the gray hair. Right then, at that point, I'm like, okay. And I have heard rumors that Quicksilver may be coming back. So I'm just like, okay, so I guess the rumor is true. And then when the camera spin around to show his face, it took me at least a second or two, because at first I'm just like, that's not Quicksilver. That's not the guy from the Avengers movie. That was the first inkling, the first thought that ran through my brain. Okay, I'm just like, that's not this Quicksilver from the Avengers movie. So it took me, I would say, 2 seconds until it dawned on me. It's from the Fox mutant universe. I'm just like, that's when I'm like, what? You know, that's when it hit me like, what the F is going on? And what confused me even more is that how would Wanda know that's her brother, even though it's a different face, right? Because that's where I'm still confused. Keep in mind, I have not watched any reviewers of anyone else on YouTube because I want this discussion to be just fresh with me and not tainted or swayed by other opinions or discussions. So for me, I'm just like, I realize that this is Quicksilver from the X-Men movies from Fox. I'm just like, what? How would she recognize it's him? I'm so confused. I was like, what in the world? Sure, I don't have a problem with multiverse, right? Just like we have been the internet have teased about Spider-Man and a multiverse, and potentially you see Tobey Maguire appearing with the current Spider-Man and all three versions of Spider-Man. So the internet has been rumored about this multiverse, and so I'm okay with different Spider-Man, different Peter Parker looking completely different, right? But and different age, okay, because different universe, different timeline, okay. So I'm okay with that. But the fact that she recognized that it's her brother, even though his face is different, that got me. That was like, wow. Now, what happened here is going to completely open up what potentially Disney can do. Okay, does that mean that everything from the Fox universe is coming over? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, I think it's gonna be pick and choose on what cross into this universe. Okay, um, that's my guess. I have no knowledge. I don't have any secret cabal telling me anything here. It's okay. So this is just my own speculation. Is that there are certain aspects of Disney that probably like some of the casting that Fox did. Okay, for example, Kathy Keene, I think that's her name, the young girl from Logan. Okay, um, I think she's a wonderful actor, and she's young. She's somebody that they can bring into the universe, into the MCU, and be there in years, if not decades, to come. So, for the speculators out there, NYX3, that's the book, right? NYX3. There's a book that should be heating up after last night or yesterday, should be that book, because the potential of that actor coming over to the MCU is wide open, in my opinion. Iconic point, yes. You talking about cherry pick? Yeah, I mean Disney is going to cherry pick the good character and the good actor. That's the key. That's the key. They will cherry pick the good actor that they can bring in. Right on top of my head, you know who I really like from the Fox that was so underutilized? Storm, the new Storm, the one that appeared and barely had two lines in the last two Fox movie. I think she's a wonderful actress that's young, that will fit in what Disney is looking for. Disney is looking for young people. Okay, let's get this straight. If Patrick Stewart say, "I'm done with the mutant universe," Disney will say, "Fine, we need someone to be around for 20 years." Not to say that Patrick Stewart will be gone in 20 years, but somebody that still want to act in 20 years. Okay, so don't jump on me as if I'm predicting the demise of Patrick Stewart. I'm not. I'm just saying that maybe he does not want to act 20 years from now. But I think there is a lot of potential. I'm excited. Okay, at the end of the day, I am excited about this. One thing, I made a video 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I made a video that I was going to load, and I'm going to play a part of that video. Let me share something here. See if I can do this. Let me go to my inventory of, I made a lot of video, and a lot of time, sometimes things just get lost in the shuffle. Okay. Because I would make a video and then load it and then forgot about it, or meant to load it like maybe a month from now or 2 weeks from now, and then it just get lost in the shuffle because sometimes I just have way too many videos. Let me see, content. Okay, so let me find a video. Where is it? Here we go. I haven't named it yet. Right there. Let me blow this up. Can I blow this up? Full screen. Okay. this one here that is loaded. I shot the video like sometime in mid-January, and I finally loaded January 26th. Okay, it's still private, but let me play a clip of what I was talking about. It's related to what's going on here. Okay, after I play the clip, I will discuss more of what I had in mind.
Version of the Marvel universe, okay? Because it's just so many characters. I mean, the storylines best for the small screen, the streaming service, because it can be a Game of Thrones version of the Marvel universe, okay? Because it's just so many characters. I mean, the storylines that Chris Claremont weave through the many years and hundreds of issues are great source of material. I'm not saying that, you know, every story is good, but the potential for many of the stories are there to be told in long version. Can you imagine the first season, 8, 10 episodes, start out as Professor X and of course Magneto in search for mutants, and in each episode they vie for 2 or 3 different mutants to bring to their team. So for the entire first season, it is about team building. Okay, and then you have, of course, in some episode, one would go to Professor X, one would go to Magneto, the good, the bad, and then in some episode, maybe 2 or 3 of the characters go right to the bad side, or none. But there are so much potential to create a TV series where you can tell the real story of Dark Phoenix. One of the biggest flaw of all of the movies is that they try to condense the Dark Phoenix storyline into a 2-hour movies. Ridiculous. I'm sure everybody that read the story, enjoyed the story, would agree with me and raise their hands that they're trying to squeeze that saga, epic, this epic saga into a 2 or 2.5 hours movie is ludicrous. Fox tried that twice. Holy cow. And for me, that is something that you.
Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the audio was okay. Oops, let me remove that. Remove. All right. Hopefully the audio came through. I'm not sure how the audio of the playback there works, but anyhow, I shot that video. I'm not gonna load it now, but I am very excited about what Disney can do with the mutant universe, and I'm still gonna stick by my preference that I would love to see Disney and Marvel focus a lot of the attention of the mutant universe on Disney Plus streaming, because there are just too many characters that they can't fit in the 2-hour movies. Okay, certainly I'm not saying that there should not be X-Men movies. Let make it very clear in that video. If I keep playing it, I talk about how I would love to see TV series with the characters, with the building of the mutant universe, and then you can offshoot into bigger movies certain part of the story, certain storyline. Okay, so it can exist both, just like what's going on with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the Falcon, whatever name they call it, or Loki. Okay, so it's interchangeable. The mutant universe can exist in both, and should, because there are just way too many characters. And this way, as I mentioned, it's like a Game of Thrones version of Marvel, because it is epic as far as what Chris Claremont was able to build over the decade plus with Marvel and the mutant universe. So I like to see that. Now, back to what we saw yesterday. No doubt, there's so many questions. Okay, I am not even going to try to tell you that I know what the heck they plan to do. Hello, Desire Comics. I We can all speculate. I'm sure other channels has already done all kind of speculation, and I'm way late to the party. Okay, but so I'm not gonna bore you to death on what I think is gonna happen, because I really don't know what is going to happen. I am completely shook after I saw the ending, and after take me 2 or 3 seconds to realize that it is not the Quicksilver from the Marvel Avengers movie, but it is the Quicksilver from the Fox universe. Then I got super excited, okay, because until this point, I had no idea how Marvel planned to bring mutant to the MCU. I still don't know. I have no idea. But if they plan to merge what some of the good stuff the Fox did from the other universe, if they plan to somehow bring some of those characters into the MCU with the multiverse of madness, then I'm for it. I am all for it, because as much as I dislike many of the Fox movies, I thought they did a decent job in casting, and underutilized some of the really good potential there. For example, as I mentioned earlier in this chat, Storm, the young Storm that appeared in the last 2 X-Men movie, is a really wonderful young actress that I think should be bring back into the MCU. Okay, it would be a shame not to utilize that actor again. And same thing with Kathy King. I think that's her name, the young actor that played NYX in Logan movie. She's wonderful. Okay, so since she's young with decades to come, so it's so many. Even Nightcrawler, that actor that played Nightcrawler, okay, the young actor, that's also wonderful. So there are so many that can be bring into, even Psylocke, okay, even Olivia Munn. I'm not sure why they didn't utilize. Olivia Munn is not a bad actor, okay, she's not. But the way they didn't utilize her at all in the last X-Men movie, she barely had any lines. It was ridiculous. So there's so many good potential existing already with the Fox universe. So I like that. I like the fact that Disney is going forward, where they're gonna say, we're gonna go deep into the craziness of the multiverse and bring over some of the good parts that we like. Do it. Okay, so I'm all for that. Automatic Comics disagree with me. Was she terrible because her character was written terribly, or was the director terrible? I mean, it could be too. I mean, she's barely in the movie, barely have any speaking line, barely have anything to do to even say that she's bad. In my opinion, you can disagree, you can unsub, you can go away. You know how the internet is. You disagree with me, I hate you. So I don't know. I don't know. Marvel has done a very good job with casting, with evaluating talents, even though some people would disagree too. There's a lot of people that hate Carol Danvers casting, right? A lot of people still hate that casting, so they can't please everybody. Okay. Trust me, I'm not an Olivia Munn fan whatsoever. Let me make it very clear. I dislike her in that channel, that the gaming channel that she used to be a host. I dislike her way back then. Okay, but as far as an actor, I have seen her in I think it was an HBO series. I thought she did a really good job in that series, which surprised me. Yeah, G4. She was awful. I hated her. She was, I mean, the fanboy, the geeky fanboy. Sure, she's pretty. Let's not even sugarcoat it. She got onto G4 with her looks and got popular with her looks. But yeah, I couldn't stand G4 at all. I couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand anything in that channel. Oh my god. Uh, Good morning, Ramzed and Cuckoo. Richard Chappelle. I haven't seen any of the Fox X-Men film. Um, no, you don't need to watch it to watch WandaVision. Okay, you don't need to. But I would, if you have never seen any Fox movie and you can watch Days of Future Past. Okay, I highly recommend watch Days of Future Past, so you will see that version of Quicksilver in Days of Future Past. He is absolutely the show stealing characters in that movie, show stealing scenes. He was good. He's probably one of the best part other than Logan, Wolverine. Wolverine and Quicksilver were fantastic in Days of Future Past. Okay, so if you have not seen that version of Quicksilver, definitely watch that movie. You don't need to watch the other X-Men movie, to be honest. But you should watch Days of Future Past so that you see that Quicksilver. That Quicksilver that Fox did is one of the few things that Fox did so much better than what Marvel did with Quicksilver and the Avengers movie. So much better, okay? In every way, from the CGI to the personality of Quicksilver to the acting to the action, everything hands down superior to the MCU version of Quicksilver. Slim Comics agree. Absolutely. I don't think anyone would disagree. So I think everyone that recognized that Quicksilver that we saw yesterday would jump to joy, because that's the Quicksilver that we all enjoy seeing on the big screen, not the other version. The biggest question that we have is, how the heck did Wanda recognize that guy? He has a different face. Okay. That's not the same face that her brother has. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to reconcile that. I look forward to that. Okay. I am not a huge fan of multiverse. Let me make it very clear. I can go with it if it was well told. The story is well told and I'm not completely confused. But, I can't wait to see how they explain what it is that we witnessed yesterday. Well, he introduced himself as her brother, but her reaction is not like, "But you're not." Okay, it's like I said, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we'll have to find out. It is exciting. It is super exciting. So, um, I'm still, I definitely will rewatch the episode now. Okay, the first 4 episodes I did not rewatch. Okay, but this episode, you betcha, I'm gonna rewatch, because that ending was banana. Um. Anyhow, I don't plan to keep this chat for long. I just want to discuss it and to have the live chat, just to make it easier for me to talk about it without having to shoot the video and load the video. It is super exciting. I like what Disney is doing with the streaming servers. Okay, the pandemic certainly changed the way they approach Disney Plus. They double down, triple down, quadruple down on the Star Wars universe. Okay, at first it was just the Mandalorian and maybe Obi-Wan, TV series. The pandemic, the need for streaming, and potential growth and profit with streaming, they quadruple down with Star Wars. So hopefully they are agreeing with my view that they should blow up the mutant universe on the streaming service. For those that joined me late, I did play a clip of a video that I shot 2 weeks ago that talk about how the mutant universe is really well suited for long storytelling format of a TV series, because there are so many characters, so many. It's like it's gonna be a Game of Thrones version of the MCU, okay? With the different houses, the house of Magneto, the house of Professor X. Okay, they can, and then even other side, like the there's some, I can go on and on and on. Okay, for those that know the X-Men and the mutant universe well, you know, and you probably agree with me that it can be insanely big, like Game of Thrones kind of complexity, because there are so many big houses. Okay, not just Professor X and Magneto. You have, you have other player that can be significant over multiple seasons. That's what I want to see. In all honesty, I love movies. I love the spectacle of movies, but at the same time, there are limitations to the movies, because 2.5 hours is just not enough. On top of that, you have to wait 2 or 3 years to see the next movie, right? I'm impatient enough. I'd rather, wait just 9 months to see the next season. Give me 8 episodes every year. Yeah, I can wait, after 8 episodes, and wait 10 months or 8 months, whatever it is, and then see the next season. It's a heck of a lot better than waiting 2 or 3 years to see a 2-hour movies. Yep. Disney has stepped up, and we gotta give them the credits. Okay, they swing big. Okay, they swing big, and good for them. They have the brain. They have the team. Who do you think the big look like reveal will be? I think you already did. I think we already had that big reveal as far as Quicksilver. I don't think you're gonna see some people think that there is gonna be something even bigger, right? That's the buzz that's still going on. To me, no, this is it. I think this is it. This is the look moment that people has been rumor about. It is banana. This is even bigger than Luke. Okay, I'm a huge Luke fan. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But trust me, the shock on my face yesterday was way beyond seeing Luke. Okay, way beyond, because you're talking about cross into the Fox universe. That's huge, huge. But if there is another big reveal, bigger character revealing, I'm all for it. I'm not. I'm not here to say I don't need any more. I'm not here to say I got enough. You gave me enough, Disney. I don't need any more. I am satisfied. I'm not saying that. Prove me wrong. Shock me twice. Okay, so yeah, give me more. I'm all for more. Okay. The Spectrum Project said, I was looking forward to MCU X-Men film, not this. There will be. I don't think what they trying to do here or what they are doing here is somehow saying no X-Men film. Does anybody in the chat room think that way? Does anyone beside Spectrum Project? Does anyone think that what we saw yesterday negate any future X-Men movies? No, it's the one thing that Disney did that I think was smart compared to DC was that once they launched Disney streaming, they said that whatever happened on the streaming service is going to tie into the movie universe. Okay, so that's why you see Loki. Okay, nobody on the Marvel MCU is saying, I'm not doing TV, I'm too big for this. Okay, I'm too big for this. DC, I don't understand the whole DC thing that decided, we're gonna keep the movie separate, we're gonna keep the TV thing separate, and we're just gonna F up both. Good luck. Good job. Well done. Well done. What excited me also after yesterday is that what they did make it very possible for Daredevil. Okay, if there was rumors about Daredevil, the actor, and Punisher. Okay, it make it possible for Disney to cross over and bring Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, some of the great characters that was created by Fox over. Okay, so if you enjoy Deadpool, this is how it's gonna work. If you enjoy Daredevil and Punisher, this is how it's gonna work. They can bring it over and make sense of crossing the different platform that those characters was created. Okay, so if anything, that excited me even more because as much as I love the Punisher, as much as I love Daredevil that appear on Netflix, I was not sure how they going to bring them into the MCU, but now we see the footprint. Um, the Spectrum Project clarified that he meant origin-wise. You know, origin-wise, that's gonna be tough if they didn't do, okay, because I'm not sure how Disney planned to introduce the mutant gene into the MCU. I have no idea. Um, this is a quick way, right? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I trust Disney and Marvel enough that they will do something that will please the fans. So I'm okay with what they do. Keep in mind, if you follow my channels over the past 10 years, I have been critical of many Disney Marvel movies. Okay, I give many of those movies a 7 out of 10. Okay, I like them enough to watch them, but many of them were not so awesome that I had to see it twice. Okay, so keep in mind, I'm not a blind fanboy that love everything Disney, everything Marvel, everything is awesome. It's not. I think some are really good movies and some are meh. All right, so let me clarify that. Okay, so my excitement here is real, but at the same time, I'm also not some kind of blind fanboy that love everything that Marvel do and think that they don't make mistakes. Anyhow, that's longer than I expected to ramble. Okay, I figured I'd be on for half an hour, and half an hour it was and beyond. Yes, before I go, Redbox Comics, we all love the Punisher, the actor. So bring it. Bring him to the MCU. We will love him. There's no reason to recast what happened yesterday. Everybody that enjoy anything Marvel outside of the MCU up until this point should be excited, because everything that you love, whether it's Daredevil, Punisher, Deadpool, Quicksilver, and NYX3, whatever you love from Netflix, from Fox, it's possible for those same actors now to appear in the MCU. That should be the biggest takeaway. Okay, however they plan to introduce them, however they plan to use them, at least Marvel now can and will cherry pick the good stuff that Fox did. That's it for my chat, folks. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy the chat. Later. Enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow. Bye-bye.